Don't know how this is going to go, but we'll see. Might have to stop and pump up my back tyre, it's looking a bit flat. They used to truck up concentrates from Mount Lyell mine and then transfer them from the trucks to the trains here. I think. I want to let it head along to the Argent Tunnel, but yeah, I've had a bit of a look along the road and I think this is the only way to get there. These rail lines haven't been used for a long time, so this will be fun riding on ballast. It's bad enough on the motorbike, but oh, it's just one of the, thought part of my bike had broken off. It's just an old rail clip that had flicked up. I think it's just round this corner here. I've had this marked on the map for years, but every time I'm up here I'm on a mission doing something else. Oh, here we go. And I just haven't had the time or energy. But so this trip's more about going around mopping up these odd bits and pieces. Tunnel there as well. Little mine or something. Might turn the camera off, get the torch out. Oh no, then it goes in a few, I don't know, 5 metres or so. I think this opened in 1900, Argent Tunnel. Yeah, 1900. It was for the line down to Melba Flats, just behind me, and passenger service to Zeehan. I think it was about 400 metres long. Concrete lined. Similar sort of era to tunnel up at the tunnel up at Tunnel in Lilydale. I think that opened in 1888. When they built this, I think Installed a couple of little pelter wheel hydro generators down here to run the lighting and cement mixers and stuff. I think I read somewhere. Anything I say, don't take as gospel. I sort of got to have a skim reading things and get just enough info to get me to these places. And still in quite good nick. Yeah, it was used for a passenger service and freight down to Zeehan, but then, yeah, it sort of started and stopped over the years, and I think up until the 90s, EZ or Pasminco, or the numerous name changes, they were carting ore up from the Mount Lyell mine in haul trucks and loading onto the train here at Melba Flats. And but yeah, that ended long ago. Well, quite a while ago. Maybe even near a couple of decades. So I'm not sure. A while back anyway. So it's just been sitting here since. Pretty sure it's owned by Tasrail now, part of the Emu Bay Railway, which was originally owned by EZ and Pasminco and so forth. Wet and wooden sleepers, it's probably not the best idea to ride through here. Don't really want to face plant onto steel in the dark. And ballast isn't much fun either. Probably can't see a thing with the light at the end of the tunnel. Love a good tunnel. Same as everything else I visit, it's more just an excuse to get out here and poke around places I wouldn't normally go. Pretty sure these little holes are just refuges, so if somebody gets trapped in the tunnel with a train coming, they've got somewhere to duck into. Pretty much all train tunnels have them. Hey, look, there'd be light. Wouldn't normally come up train tracks, but not easily accessible any other way, and has been unused for a long, long time. Oh, mind you, there might be a little. There are a couple of tapes here, so there might be a way to walk in here from the highway. Oh well, just going to be a boring wander back through. Do like they have the names and the dates on the tunnels. This all just being concrete. It's a little bit on the boring side. It's not like yeah, the one up at Tunnel, which is all nice brick and such, but I guess this is mining for you. Everything's sort of boom and bust, so they sort of do a lot of it on the cheap. It's going to be pretty boring just wandering back through. So you might as well stop now. Just me people waffling on about nothingness. Considering how wet it is up the west coast, it's still reasonably well sealed. It's wet and it's got a few leaks, but a few little stalactites and such, but not like the water's pouring in. Oh, except for here actually. Oh yeah, there's drainage holes. Must be like water draining down around the top of the tunnel at that point. Mind you, we're about halfway, so we'd be under the road. There's probably runoff from the road. Mind you, we've got a gusher down here. This track from Burnie down here would make an awesome tourist railway. I think there was talk of it long ago, but Tasrail has no interest in passenger rail, probably because of the safety aspect of it. It doesn't really matter if a freight train derails or such, which happens, well, fairly regularly. It's a bit different if a passenger tourist train derails. But they certainly wouldn't have any issues selling tickets. I don't know whether it's still the case, but the ore trains used to run down to Rosebery, I think Monday through to Saturday, or Monday to Friday and Sunday, maybe. Don't know if that's still the case. There's one day a week they don't run, but so they could easily run like a tourist train on that day off. But yeah, liability and safety thing, it's you can sort of understand their reluctance. We need to go like New Zealand and not have the bloody liability laws, so companies don't need that public liability insurance. Like in New Zealand, if you go bungee jumping and break your neck, you can't sue the operator. It's all on you. Their workplace standards, they can fine the operator if they've been negligent or done something wrong, but the injured person or their family can't actually sue the operator. That's why the adventure sports and all that thrive over there. No public liability insurance costs and such. Well, this will be a boring video. Should just edit all this out. odd insulators and that on the way through. Not sure. With the height of them, I'd say they're probably not for electricity. They would have been their communication telegraph lines. Beautiful. Probably wouldn't normally poke in somewhere like this if there'd been gates up here, but the fact that it's fully open to the public, there's no gates or anything, you're just wandering in. I don't see it as much of an issue. If they didn't want people in here, they'd have gates up. But it's all a bit questionable, but it is what it is. Kind of things like this to explore, and expect us to keep out. I assume the side loader trucks probably dropped it in here, and then they used front end loaders to load it into the rail carriages. Got a winch mechanism here, so I assume that's how they shunted the carriages along to fill them. Yeah, it's like a winch pit over here. I wonder how footprints got on the walls. Sad people come in and been trashing it. Electrical substation's been ransacked for all its copper. Every skerrick. That's probably why they smashed the walls open, just grabbing the bloody domestic wiring. Jesus Christ, the extent people go to. They've even cut off the thin single core. Ridiculous. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Hope this angle isn't too wonky. You see where the winch lines cut into the sleepers. The winch pit. Be careful not to step on it, might go through. So I worked in mining for too long. H&S shit's been hammered into me. They might have been covered rail carts, and this gantry to lift the covers off so they could be loaded. I'm thinking. Yeah. That lovely smell of zinc concentrates. I think it was zinc anyway. Might be Mount Lyell, might have been copper. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Can't remember, I've been out of it too long. End of the line. This used to go all the way through to Zeeland, but yeah, that was decommissioned long ago. Couldn't quote dates. Thought I might still be able to get along there, but I'll go back and round the road. Pretty sure this is a derailer, so if a train overshoots, it's forced off the track. Interesting. Just they ramp up and then off. Interesting. Geez, the rails down here are in real bad nick. I guess since they're just the shunting rails and not a big deal. Now we'll go up and poke around the other end. Looks like there's maybe a bit of a burn pit. All the rail tie, bits of steel and such. They probably brought all the old sleepers here to burn. As I said, don't take anything I say as gospel, do your own research. I built this bike up in COVID times, or just after, out of boredom. It was just a $400 cheapie hardtail mountain bike I got off Gumtree, and then mid-drive motor kit from China. Does pretty good actually. I think I've got to replace the derailleur though, because it's going to be funky changing gears at times. I haven't a huge amount of use out of it. It's normally just for a bit of poking around and like north-south track up Mount Wellington and yeah, a few other bike tracks. I was thinking about, oh jeez, caught. I've been thinking about taking it to the mainland with me when I don't take the motorbike, so I can do rail trails over there. At the end of this trip I might go round up to Scottsdale and do the one up there. Just another lazy mode of transport. go. Rob's carriages, right on the edge of the track. A fair way off the, oh yeah, I think they're a bit off the rail line, but yeah. Very cool. Might have been used for forestry huts or something at some stage. Oil drums and bottles and things in here, so might have just been forestry or minor storage. Never a good sign. Just like general freight carriages by the looks of it. Boy Scouts. There was according to the map, there was a scout camp along the road here a bit. Mentioned it to someone the other day, or like yesterday actually. They seem to think they had a bit of a theme park thing there. It looks like that area has been logged regularly over the years. So maybe these were pulled out of the scout camp and placed down here. Looks like it might only be the two. Mind you, these divots, it looks like there might have been another structure here or something. Oh, it could have just been where it was ripped. Don't know. Yeah, I'd say it's just where it was ripped and replanted, actually, because the trees are on the high bits. Cool. Checking the map, the scout camp was on the opposite side of those carriages, directly across the track. So if there's anything left in here, 'cause it's all been logged, it's all in eucalyptus nitens, the modern forestry trees. So a good chance those carriages are all that's left of the camp. These are dodgy from everything I've done this week. Yeah, you could walk around here for days and yeah. Oh well, mystery solved. Yeah, it was Crown land, and yeah, this side was the... Mind you, it's just the scout camp's written on this side and the carriages are on the other side, but with the whole block originally being Crown land, the scout camp might have actually been on that side as well. Damn, I hate this cutting grass. Almost went head ass over tit. Stand on one end of it and then get your foot stuck under the other. Still some good sized gum trees in here. I think this track and the marks are just the edge of the logging coop. Oh, it's starting to drizzle again, so I'll keep moving. This old bridge is where the rail lines used to cross. There was that, yeah. Is it the, what was it called? North Dundas line, or whatever it's called. One that goes up to Williamsford, past Montezuma Falls and that, and the Emu Bay line. I think this track goes around and onto it. Mind you, the way that rain's coming down, I might just call this and main thing I wanted to do today was to get to that tunnel. I can come back and do this when the weather's a bit better. And if you want real history, go and, yeah, check out more informed people's channels. I'm terrible with the research. I do just enough to satisfy my curiosity, and that's it. Try not to get run over. Yay. Nice of them to slow down and go wide. I generally don't ride on the road, or very, very rarely. Too many people hate cyclists, but oh, look at this, someone's abandoned an old van. Might have to knock it off. Looks comfortable. Just noticed this as I was coming past. Plaque for the old Renison Bell Township. Bit of a walk here down to the old battery mill site. Aware of it. People are trashing the joint. Yeah, the Renison Bell Hotel site. That's the problem. Every time I poke in to do odd things, like today was just to go to the tunnel, and I've had a mark on my map for that scout site for bloody a decade or more, and I'm just going to do them. But then I find things like this. I have to come back again. Good damn excuses to get out of here. I only noticed it because there must be there's a heap of steam coming up just down the road. It suddenly looked like there was a fire, so I slowed down to see what that was, and it looks like it's a vent out of the Renison Bell mine, maybe. Can't quite see it from here. It's just, oh, you can see the steam coming up there. It's like a 5 metre diameter pipe coming up, and I reckon it must be a vent out the underground. Ah, yeah, must be a ventilation from the mine. Never noticed it before. Been past here so many times. Mind you, it looks as though this has just been cleared, so it might have been a bit obscured before. Oh, there's a rail line down there. Might poke back to the other parking area and just have a quick look from there. This hydro plant might have been the one that was feeding the power for doing the tunnel, doing the train tunnel. I've read there was a pelter wheel generator to power the cement mixers and lighting to build the Argent Tunnel. Move the van back along the road to the other end of this walk, just so I can go in here and check this battery mill site. Used the old drill shafts to pin the track. Like a lot of the stuff on the west coast, it's been put in and then just never maintained. Like the rail trail track between Zion and Melba, it was yeah, put in and then just never touched, which is unfortunate. Rail trails are so popular now, they attract a lot of people, so it's surprising a little bit of money isn't spent to keep them going. Old tram tracks. There's the Emu Bell railway line down there. see. Oh yeah, there must have been a bridge here by the timbers. Not sure if I'll upload any of this today. It's all just boring crap, but mind you, it does give people ideas of things to go and look at and such. Somewhere to take the kids and explore for a day, or just to waste some time like I'm doing today. Oh yeah, there's a little. Yeah, it seems secure. Would have been a good train spot in sight when the trains were running. Oh geez, I could be class this is a hut. Oh wait, it's just I think it's the tourist shelter. Grab my hiking pole so I don't go head ass over. Water supply for the current mine. Hit a tank for the old hydro plant. A rail cart in there, old ore cart. Don't mind exploring old mines if they look semi-safe, but yeah, this one's yeah, a bit beyond that. Smell the sulphates in the rock. For reference. I'll have to do some research and return again. I'll see if I can find this battery mill site. I think it's down the other side. I think it's down here, but oh, picnic shelter. Yeah. Just checking my map. Argent Dam's just around here, so there might be, yeah, piping water from the dam. I think I've gone past the battery mill site. I think it might have been in where all that fallen timber was. Bloody gauze. It was introduced in the 1800s as an ornamental, but bloody nightmare in the scrub if you want to walk through it, and it swallows up farmland. No, I might do some research and come back. Seems like the highway's just up here, so I'll go up this one and then walk back along the road. Save me hiking back up those dodgy steps. Had crossed my mind to keep riding along here, but all this gauze, I'm glad I didn't. Even with gaiters on it, it'd be yeah, brutal. Oh no, stuff that I'm not pushing through fallen trees. I'll continue up. Oh yeah, there's a highway. Good out. Notice I might go back down. I'm a sucker for punishment. Oh, yeah. So much for a lazy day today. There's a bit of a cutting in here, which is about where that sign said the locomotive was, which I just labelled it a battery mill locomotive. So whether it was just the power plant, the locomotive in this 1945 photograph is leaving the battery mill siding with a load of mined timber. Two men seen taking a keen interest in the proceedings. Must have just been a siding, maybe. I don't know. Fumbling around. So I don't know what this was, because it doesn't seem to be the picnic shelter. It does look like a touristy shelter though, the treated pine and such. They did have stuff stuck to the walls with Velcro, so yeah, it probably was a tourist shelter. Often these sorts of tourist things are put in with government grants, but then there's no money allocated for ongoing maintenance, and the councils, I assume, don't have the money to. They've got enough on their plates dealing with road and bridge maintenance and everything else. Without a great deal of maintenance, this could all be, yeah, like a good little tourist spot. And this is above that that hydro head tank. Yep, there's a wooden tank there. These tracks are well and truly worn. This is above that mine I walked into. Oh, that'll do. No more. Go and have a lazy afternoon. Start that bridge thing. I stopped it on the way round. There's some dry stone wall and that next to it. The remains from that bridge as well. Very cool.